I just be laid back. All I got is recliners. I wouldn't join the Navy shit. All I got is Rihanna. You jive.
We have the Akeem Ali on the porch today.
Me. Yeah.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling all right. How about yourself?
I'm feeling good. You got the dimples glowing, skin glowing.
All right now. Okay now. Nah, I'm bullshitting. Appreciate it.
Okay, so I feel like you have a self-care routine.
Do you?
Yes. Do you have a self-care routine?
Yeah, nah, I'm raggedy most of the time. Like.
I feel like you're capping.
No cap. I promise you, I ain't lying. No,
or do you have like any type of routine that you do in the morning or anything that really clears your head for the day?
Something that I do? No, not really. I do the same thing everybody else do. Wake up, grab my phone, and look at it. Check my messages, check who done called me, check Instagram. After I done turn off 17 of my alarms off. Yeah, I just get in the shower.
Now, do you listen to music when you first wake up?
Oh yeah, no, I gotta hear music every
Who you
morning.
listening to? I'm curious.
What you mean, like overall or just like right now?
I would say right now.
Man, heavy. I had to look at my phone to show you because it's literally like the first thing on my Apple Music, like the first couple of albums on there. Let me look at my phone. I can tell you on my phone. Let me see who I got right here. Justin Bieber, Silk Sonic, her. Lance Strip Chip, Jasmine Sullivan, Victoria Monet, Meek Mill, Bobby Womack, Smino, me, Benny the Butcher. I got like a whole mixture of stuff that's just like.
Wow, you coming through with the vibes.
Yeah, Big Sean, Simply Red, Busy Crook, like Drake, SZA. Yeah, I just got a whole bunch of stuff on here. I ain't even name all of it. James Brown on there, shit, Snoop. Yeah, a lot of stuff.
Okay, so the music selection is good. I love he wanted to test you, see
got
what's
a lot
up.
of stuff. Travis Scott on the front of that too. Yeah, for sure.
Now, I feel like we are in really weird times right now, like the pandemic, just a lot of stuff going on. But you seem to have flourished like through all of that. And I want to ask you, what would you say has been motivating you to keep that momentum up?
I don't know. I try to be a hardworking person. Not sit around on my ass most of the time. I guess the same thing that kept me doing it like before all this happened is keeping me doing it now. Just wanting more, wanting better, needing and wanting better, just every day, you know what I'm saying? And it's something that I can't like live without. So it's like one of the first things I do every morning. I get up and listen to music, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's mine or other people's, I'm studying it, you know what I'm saying? So I get in the shower with the music, out the shower with the music. Wherever I'm going, I'm listening to music, I'm listening to beats. Like, I gotta have music all the time. So, yeah, that's kind of what keeps me going. It's just like the love for music.
Wow, so it's like that creativity is like always there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Now, you're from Jackson, Mississippi.
Don't that sound good?
Huh?
Can you say it again for me? I just want to hear it one more time.
Jackson, Mississippi.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Oh,
all right,
Lord.
go ahead, continue.
Okay, so you're from Jackson, Mississippi. What part of Jackson are you from?
Shit, Airwell. I stayed Airwell. I moved around a lot when I was little. North Jackson, South Jackson. Shit, like, I'm from Airwell. And people who know me, they know. I went down there about every school. Like, I went to school out south. I went to school out north, out west. So, you know.
How would you describe the culture out there?
The culture in Jackson, I'm gonna say I like the culture back at home more than I like it anywhere else. I don't know, it's a great place in my opinion to raise kids and to be raised. Because we kind of like hard set on morals and values, you know what I'm saying? Even though we're a little slower paced than other cities and, you know what I'm saying, like Atlanta, Houston, Dallas, Miami, we're a lot slower paced, but we just like deeply rooted in like traditional stuff and just like really nice, kind, loyal people, genuine people, you know what I'm saying? Like when I moved out here, I used to speak to people because like back at home we speak. Like if I don't know you, I'm gonna speak to you. And it's not like, no, you know what I'm saying? But motherfuckers just be like, you know, what you speaking for? Like you want something? I'm like, no, like, you know, you hold the door for people when you coming out of it. And I get out here and I'm walking behind somebody and they just let the door close in front of my face. I'm like, damn, you know, but it's just, I don't know, just like real genuinely nice people and like wholesome people out there. So I love like back home.
So my dad's from Mississippi. So I don't know how Jackson is, but I know like where he's from.
Where your daddy from?
You probably ain't never heard of it. It's Heidelberg.
Yeah, I know what Heidelberg is.
Really?
No.
Okay, yeah. So like when I go out there, they be leaving the doors unlocked, and I'm like, we could never do this back home.
Well, we can't do that in Jackson, but so it's certain parts where you're gonna be standing there. It's like everybody know everybody, and it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like you chilling. You know what I'm saying? I like living in Buckhead, like the upper part of Buckhead. It's just like you ain't worried about nobody like breaking in your house, even though it can happen.
Yeah.
You just like, I got a gate around here, so I can leave the door unlocked. You know? Yeah.
So as we're on the topic of Jackson, Mississippi, could you give us a little insight of what it was like for you growing up there?
Lit. It was lit. Now I love growing up back at home. It was hot. Boy, it was hot as hell. It was fun. I got into a lot of fights when I was little, so that made me tough. I got a lot of whoopings. I wasn't bad. I just did like, I used to hang with like the wrong people. I ain't gonna even say the wrong people. I just did the wrong stuff. We all did the wrong stuff. We was outside trying to hunt, play hide and go get it, steal candy and stuff. We outside.
Wait, hold up.
What?
You said hide and go get it?
Yeah.
How old were y'all playing that?
About what, 8, 9?
Ooh,
Everybody played hide and go
Lord,
get
y'all
it.
was fast.
Yeah, we were hunching. But nah, we just doing that, playing tag, playing football, basketball all day, drinking out the water hole, peeing in the bushes, and trying to beat the street light and fighting. That, you know what I'm saying? That's what it was all about.
Now, were you fighting in high school too?
Nah, the older I got, I ain't fight a lot. I think I got into 2 fights in high school, one 9th grade, one 10th grade. That was it.
Did you win?
Yeah, I only lost like 2 fights. I don't like fighting, but I don't,
Yeah.
just, you know what I'm saying?
Now, the way your sound is, I have to know, who were your musical influences growing up?
Growing up, it's funny because I tell people like growing up is different from right now. So when I was little, I was like really, really influenced by some people I don't sound like at all right now. So I'm growing up, Usher, Twister, John Legend, The Game, who else? Boosie and Wayne.
Oh, you was on Boosie.
Man, look, Boosie was the Reverend of the Ghetto. He said it in a song one time. I tell people all the time, it wasn't a nigga on earth that was cleaner than Boosie from 05 to like 07, 08. Like Boosie was the cleanest nigga on earth. That nigga had a different color scrap bowls on every day you saw him. Even if he had on like a white tee, like other niggas rock white tees, and I used to be like, oh, it's just a white tee. When he had on a white tee, I'm like, that nigga clean. He had every color forces. I remember, you ever seen the Boosie DVD? We had like the Young Jeezys on.
No.
Oh, got him Young Jeezys on. But that nigga was clean though. I used to want to dress like Boosie.
What would you say is like your favorite Boosie song?
My favorite Boosie song? Man, I got a lot of favorite Boosie songs, shit. Bankroll, I'm a Dog, Set It Off. Man. What is it? God Know I Know. Well, yeah, it's called I Know. What used to be, damn. I got respect, nigga, what about you? I forget the name of the song. Best R-E-S-P-E-C-T, me. Man, a lot of Boosie songs. I'm telling you, Boosie was like a religion for me. I had a Boosie fade and everything.
Yeah, you know, like they play Set It Off in the club, it's a rap.
Bro, you can't go wrong with that. It's like a list of songs that you can't go wrong with. It ain't like a list of them that you can play all night. It's just like, Back That Ass Up, Dreams and Nightmares by Meek Mill, Set It Off by Boosie. I was just like, them off top, them like 3 of the main songs that you can play every time. Nuck If You Buck is one of them. You can play them anytime in the club and it's just like, it's gonna go.
Wow, that's so crazy because when you listen to your music, it's the exact opposite. Like
Yeah, Boosie my spirit animal though.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he part of the reason why I talk the way I talk sometimes and just say what I want to say. Cause he just do what he want to do, so yeah.
Now, when we were first introduced to you, it was, we all saw you on Twitter and it's like you came out of nowhere, like completely came out of nowhere.
Came from back there then.
That leads me to ask you, how long?
Why are you looking back there like something?
I don't know. So that leads me to ask you, how long have you been making music?
I started writing music for real when I was like 15. I wrote my first rap when I was like 11 though. But I started writing like at 15 and just kept doing it. Sat down one day with a notebook and was like, I remember what made me want to write the rap too. I listened to this Eminem freestyle. It was a Zelda freestyle. And I'm like, damn, this shit sounds so good. I'm like, I should try to write a rap like this. And I went on and tried to do it, and it ain't sound nothing like that, but I mean, stuff like that kind of led me to where I am now, so. Yeah.
What made you want to finally step in and pursue music full time?
When I realized I couldn't stop doing it, it was like some stuff you'll pick it up and it's a habit for a little while. You'd be like, I used to do that all the time. I used to say that all the time. It was one of them things was like, I used to do it and I still do it and I'm gonna keep doing it and I can't stop. Like, I just be like at random moments busting out shit and people like, what's wrong with you? Oh, I had an idea, so I had to like get the idea out real quick. Or every time my friends get in the car with me, they like, can we please not listen to beats this time? Or can we please not hear your music? And I was just like, shit, nah. But you know.
So you know how people like when they know their purpose, but they kind of jump around it, like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, for
like
sure.
You know your purpose. Say for instance, like, okay, you're a rapper, right? And
Yeah.
you're like, nah, I could rap, but I don't really want to do that. And you try to find other alternatives. Did you ever experience that?
Nah. I started off cutting hair. Like I cut hair. I joined the military straight out of high school, and went to barbering school while I was in the military, and started cutting hair. And I mean, at one point in time, I was like, damn, you know, this is straight. But I ain't ever not wanted to rap though. I always was just like, when I started doing it and realized like how I was making people feel, just like rapping some of the stuff that ain't even cold to me now. When I was rapping it to people back then, they like, oh, and oh man, that's how you know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, I could do this shit forever. Cause it's not a lot of things you can do and like really impress people. You know, people ain't impressed at stuff that they can do. So putting words together with something I was always good with and able to like, you know what I'm saying, all other people with, so yeah.
So you're now based in Atlanta. What sparked you to move here?
Music. Yeah. I moved out here to do music. And I had a job at the time. I was cutting hair in a barbershop and I was working a job like 12 hours overnight. And I get off work from working 12 hours and go to the barbershop in the morning. And I'm like, shit, I'm gonna do this for like a year and I'm gonna move to Atlanta. And I actually ended up moving in like 8 months and got out here and quit my job. Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, and just went to a barbershop. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come out here and work and just kind of like, people think when they move to Atlanta, they just gonna get famous out of nowhere. And that shit don't happen like that. I had to tell somebody like, it ain't even about like the resources and what's going on here, because you can see it happening in front of you all day. You really just gotta know the right people and be able to wiggle in the spots. So it ain't even about like, yeah, you got the access to it, but if you don't know the right person, you're just not gonna be a part of it, so, yeah.
I was literally just gonna go into that, how everybody, like, you hear a lot of people say, oh yeah, I'm gonna move to Atlanta and do music, and then when you actually get here, it's like, nah, it don't work like that.
Nah.
So how did it work for you?
Moved to Atlanta in 2016, and then I left. I literally moved here for like, in September 22nd, and left like February. I got deployed overseas to Afghanistan in 2017 and came back in 2018 and been here since then. When I got back, I'm like, damn, I kind of want to like just do what I want to do, but you know what I'm saying, I want to, you know, I was just like, let me get a job where I got flexible hours so I can work on my music a lot. So I went and got a job at, I ain't gonna call it no name, I went and got a job at True Green. These folks had me outside. Man, look, in the middle of the day, I'm talking about it's hot. You walking in folks' yard, they got bees, dogs, wasps, all type of shit, and just, it was hot. And some of them dudes out there really love their job. I could tell they love their job, but I was just like, nah, this shit ain't it. So I quit that. I quit that job. I quit about every job I done had. I quit that and just got back to cutting hair, and cut hair from like 2018 to 2019, like a year and a half. And then I quit that again and said I was just gonna rap. So like right before the pandemic, I was saying I'm finna quit and just rap. I didn't know the pandemic was about to happen, none of us did. So it's like October, and I was like, after this year I ain't cutting hair no more. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna leave the shop, you know what I'm saying? So December 23rd was my last day at the barbershop cutting. And I went home and went from making like $1,200 to $1,500 a week down to like $200-300 a week. And I was like, shit, why I do that? But I was like, you know what though? I told myself, I had made my mind up though. I was like, so you always regret not going after what you wanted to, you know what I'm saying? Because the money will always be there. Your job pay you enough to keep coming back, you know what I'm saying? They don't pay you enough to live better than them. So I was just like, you know what? If I'm gonna be broke, I'm gonna be happy. Because if I'm working, I'm like unhappy. I'm always complaining and shit. And I'm just like, I care about being happy more than I do the money right now. And making the music was gonna make me happy. So I quit and shit. The pandemic happened and I'm like, yes, everybody pull with me. I'm like, shit, I ain't gotta struggle by myself. I'm like, fuck it. So it was good. I wasn't just like glad that it happened. I'm just kind of glad the world slowed down because of like my lack of income per se. You know what I'm saying? I just, when shit slowed down, they was like, oh, we'll give people a break on this and that and rent, and I'm just like, hell yeah. So yeah, it worked out pretty good. And in the midst of that, my cameraman, Mr. Mac Media, he the one who did the Keemy Casanova video. I had started cutting his hair right before I left the shop. It was around November. And he was like, bro, you know what I'm saying? I was like, bro, you take pictures, right? And he was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, well, shit, I'll cut your hair if you take my pictures. I'll give you free haircuts. He was like, well, I charge such and such per shoot. So I cut his hair a couple of times and we got up to the amount of the shoot. And he was like, all right, you ready? I'm like, nah, I ain't ready right now. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, all right. So he just kept coming to the barbershop and I cut his hair like this until like March for free. And he like, damn, you ain't gonna ever come take pictures? And so when I finally decided to do it, I'm just like, all right, bet, we're gonna roll with it and we're gonna make it happen. And from there, we just, you know, had like a couple photo shoots and shot a few little videos for it. And then the last one was Keemy Casanova, and it was just like, boom. We didn't think it was gonna even, I really was just playing, and I had to tell people that all the time. Because they think like, just like they were saying, like, we thought you was gonna come in here looking like a pimp. And it's like, nah, I'm a regular person. Like, you know, I'm a pimp in the night. What time it is, brother?
It ain't pimp time
Oh yeah,
yet.
we got a few more hours, but yeah, nah, I was having to tell people like, that ain't who I am as a person. It's just like an alter ego and shit like that. But you know, I was just playing and it came out, you know what I'm saying, way, way bigger than what we thought it was gonna do. So, and I mean, I wasn't mad about it. I'm just like, shit, if that's what y'all want, we're gonna run with it. So, yeah.
Now, how much is it to get a haircut by you now?
$100. You laughing?
You for real?
Yeah.
Oh Lord, does this include the travel fees?
Oh, you want me to travel?
Yes.
Baby. Nah, it's gonna be more than that. It's gonna be $200 if I gotta travel.
Oh Lord.
And then if I break a nail while I'm doing it, yeah.
Now, as you were on your journey to pursue your music career, could you talk to us about the grind that it took for you to get your big break?
I still don't consider what I got a big break. I consider it just like getting my foot in the door. I got wiggle room, but it was kind of rough getting to where I'm at, just staying up a lot of nights. I guess just putting the work in and knowing that this shit still might not work the way you want it to. That was like the hardest part, you know what I'm saying? Because you do all of it. And it was just like being around other people that I see that I think sometimes I rap a little better than them. They may be more talented in some aspects or they may work harder, but I rap better and it's working for them. And then sometimes people who rap better than me, they didn't got there first or they haven't gotten there, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, damn. I'm looking around and I'm like, this shit just may not work, you know what I'm saying? And I think the hardest part was just trying to keep myself going, just knowing that like, you know, I could be stuck in this spot forever, just trying it forever and trying and trying and trying and not want to stop trying and not knowing like when to throw the towel in and give it up, you know what I'm saying? So I had to kind of figure something out where I was gonna be like, shit, if I'm gonna do it, I just gotta put like everything into it. And that's where like my alter ego and other stuff kind of came into play, you know what I'm saying? It's just not being like one-dimensional with it, you know, because it's something for everybody. Yeah, that was just, I guess that was just like the hardest part, spending your money on studio time, you know what I'm saying? Then you gotta have photos, and I'm glad I met Kilton, Mr. Mac Media, you know what I'm saying? Then you wanna get your songs played in the club, but DJs want you to pay them, you know what I'm saying, until you actually get to a point like this, and then they wanna start hitting you to play your song, you know? it's just hard, shit. You don't know a lot of people. I ain't from here, so I don't know a lot of people out here. It was just having to meet people, and sometimes you gotta form relationships that you don't know these people, but you gotta bro them to death, bro, and this and that, and you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta play cool until y'all actually are cool, or until y'all actually are friends, or where you can start forming like genuine relationships with people. It's just shit. The whole like, you know what I'm saying, chemistry of it is just like complicated when you're trying to do it, you know, versus just like walking into a job, filling out an application, and them being like, well, come on aboard, you know, we'll hire you. This shit is like, you actually got to put some work in for it, so yeah. You got to love it to do it, though. It's definitely like a relationship. Yeah, it was one of those things where I kind of figured out, I loved it unconditionally the day I almost like cried because I couldn't have this shit work the way I wanted it to work. And it was just like, I was so fucking frustrated, and I'm just like, fuck, you know, I know I can rap, I know I got the talent, and I was staying up like a lot of nights, just like up, and it was nights when I was like tired, and I'm like, I gotta get up and go to work in the morning to cut hair, and I'm just like, if I don't stay up tonight, it might not happen, and I had to trick myself into being scared about it, you know what I'm saying, and in reality, it was just like, just chill and like, let it come naturally, but and I still trick myself like that. I'd be tired, and I'd be like, nah, bro, just stay up another hour, just stay up another 2 hours. I pop a Nas energy drink at fucking 12 o'clock, knowing it's gonna keep me up till next year, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I just do shit like that so I can just keep working and keep rolling, so yeah.
So I feel like every few years we have that one artist that you cannot compare to anybody, like a breath of fresh air, and I consider you one of those artists. So I really want to.
I try to play hard about it so bad. I was not gonna smile. I was gonna be like, yeah, for sure. I'm just like, that shit just bust out my mouth.
No, yeah, but I feel like you are one of those artists, like I can't compare you to anybody. And it really is like a breath of fresh air as well. So I really want to have a hip hop talk with you. Starting off with, do you feel like true lyricism is lost in today's hip hop?
I'm not lost. I know exactly where I'm at. So.
And you are a true lyricist.
There you have it. Yeah, nah, it ain't lost. It's just, we're getting back around to it. I mean, everything come in, everything has its season, everything has a phase. So, you know, some stuff had to cycle in for people to, you know, miss true lyricism. It's not that it's gone, but now that it's not here, or it's not as prominent, people are like, damn, I wish people would rap now. So it's just like, we're gonna have our time, you know.
What would you like to see more of when it comes to our generation of hip hop?
Man, sonically, great music. I think it's just about getting in there and getting a hit. And yeah, that's cool, but it's just like, Isaiah Rashad got this song called Number One. And he basically saying like, I don't want to have a hit song because all they do is play your shit out and then people forget about it. But when you got like a good project of music or a good body of work, people tend to like sit on it. And for me, and a lot of time for a lot of people, some of the best music I'd never heard, I'd hated it first. I'm like, damn, I fucking hate this shit. And it's good. And I go back and listen to it and I'm like, damn, this is one of the best things I've never heard. You know what I'm saying? I can remember feeling that way about like one project in particular, Acid Rap by Chance the Rapper. I fucking hated it because bro was so different. I couldn't compare him to nobody. So it went like relative to nothing that I was listening to. And because it was so different, I'm just like, this shit sucks. No. And I sat with it and listened and I'm like, wait, nah, this shit is tough. And now it's like, it's one of them projects where I just like, you know what I'm saying, if I'm telling anybody to listen to something by Chance Rapper, listen to this and just stick with it, like you're gonna like it. So yeah.
You started off with Acid Drip, huh?
Acid Rap?
Acid Rap,
yeah, no, I think I had heard something else from Chance before that, and I was like, okay, this is straight, I like it. But when I heard Acid Rap, I'm like, nah, I just can't get jiggy with this shit. But nah, bro, cold, for sure.
Now, when it comes to dropping music, I feel like there's two categories, which is the consistent droppers and then the strategic droppers. And so the strategic droppers are the ones that don't drop often, but when they do, it's crazy. Which one do you think is more valuable?
I'm consistently strategic. Man, I got music just sitting in my phone that don't nobody get to listen to but me. And I sit up and critique it day in and day out. I got songs I done had on my phone for like 4 years that ain't nobody gonna ever hear, 5 years, since I started recording. And I don't even go back and use the bars over. I just be like, it just wasn't good at the time, and I just use it as like a stepping stone to kind of like, okay, I was there back then, and I'm here now, so okay, I can hear my progression, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm wasting my time. Yeah, I wasted the money on that, you know what I'm saying, and the effort, but the time just wasn't wasted. I wouldn't even say the effort was wasted. Shit, I just wasted money, and I got that back, so. Some of it is just literally to like hear my progression. I literally make songs to see like, okay, 5 years from now, I'm gonna see how I'm gonna sound, you know what I'm saying, on that same wave and stuff like that. But nah, I gotta think about everything I drop. And I got a lot to drop, but I don't wanna like oversaturate people with music, you know what I'm saying, cause that can get annoying. And I don't like making like 2 minute songs, 2 minutes, 30-second songs. I literally like making songs. Even though this single was like it was supposed to be a freestyle, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't even originally have the song out. It was just page content for my Instagram. So that's why I was just, you know what I'm saying, quick like that, because I'm just like, let me just freestyle some shit and be funny about it. And people was like, oh, we love it. And I'm just like, oh shit, I guess I gotta make it up. You know what I'm saying? Actual song on iTunes and shit, so yeah. You got some good ass questions. I ain't never heard no questions like this. Where you from?
I'm from Dallas.
I'm watching you.
Huh? What'd you say?
Dallas, I like Dallas.
Dallas?
Yeah. Texas.
Yes, Texas.
Okay, I love Dallas.
I'm a
What
Texas
part?
hottie. Arlington.
Arlington, okay. Yeah, I got folks that stay in DeSoto, and one of my homeboys, he stayed in Arlington. I was there for like 2 years ago. I was there like back and forth like all the fucking time.
Yep,
Yeah.
we up next.
Arlington, Plano, and Fort Worth. But go ahead.
So right now you're an independent artist.
Yeah.
Do you think that you'll end up signing?
If it makes sense for me. Shout out to Winners United, the gang. I got a partnership with an indie label, and we're working on some stuff. I'm not hell-bent on signing to no major. My main thing is keeping my creative control and being able to maneuver how I want to with my art. Yeah, I want the financial aspect of it, but I care more about like the artistic integrity. And that's what kind of like drives me the most. And that's what drove me, you know what I'm saying, when I didn't have anything. So that's what I kind of keep at the forefront.
What are some misconceptions about independent artists that you feel don't get talked about enough?
Misconceptions about independent artists. I think everybody think that an independent artist doesn't want to sign to a major. That's not true. We just don't have like the resources to get some of this stuff to these people. They think that our music isn't as good as some of the mainstream artists sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Or they think we're just too like underground, and it's like a lot of times we're not underground shit. We just don't have the resources to come above ground shit, you know? But yeah. Oh, and this is not a misconception. A lot of times independent artists are better than some mainstream artists. I will say that. Because some independents are underground, and, you know, but yeah, I think a lot of those independents are really better, and they really strategic too. Some of them stay independent because like they don't want to sacrifice their artistic integrity. So yeah, and it ain't like no misconception, but it's just something I kind of thought about. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say I love the underground sound. So like whenever one of my favorite underground artists do get signed, I'd be like, ugh, I'm so happy for you, but I just want you to still keep that creativity.
Yeah,
that
it's
you
like
have.
I guess it's, I guess you kind of grow out of some stuff, you know what I'm saying? And you just want to do more for your family and everything like that. And some people let the finances kind of like, the financial aspect get the best of them, you know? And there's nothing wrong with that because you got to provide for your family and you want your kids and your kids' to be good. So at some point you have to make a change. But I mean, to each his own. So.
Now, how do you keep yourself relevant as an independent artist?
I try to keep myself relevant with me. I don't even focus on people knowing who I am. I try to make sure I know who I am every day, like instead of people. Because if I know who I am, shit, I'm just like, that's more important to me than people. Because the people gonna always have like a love-hate relationship with you. You know what I'm saying? You drop a project today, this hard. You drop a project tomorrow, it sucks. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I don't get caught up in all that. I just really just focus on making my art. Yeah.
What's something about being independent in the industry that you still don't fully understand?
Independent that I fully don't understand? Oh, I understand everything about this. it's nothing to not understand. It's just like, you're on your own. Like, grind, hustle, work. Now, one thing about it is, so it's not that you don't understand being independent, it's just that you don't understand the other side of stuff once it starts coming to you, like the major label type of situations, or like the talks that you gotta have with some labels, or like when they start talking all of this industry jargon that you're not used to, because you're just like, wait, shit, it's, you know what I'm saying? I just got famous yesterday, like, let me breathe, you know? So, yeah, but nah, I'm well-rounded with what's going on in the independent world, so, yeah.
Okay, so you ready to pull out your pimp talk? Because it's time.
Damn, shit. Let me run in the house and change real quick. I'm gonna be right back, y'all. No, I'm bullshitting.
All right, so the ladies want to know about Keemy Casanova.
Okay.
Who is Keemy Casanova?
Pimp tight nigga with a mouthpiece.
Period.
Still got it made like a house keep. Nah, for sure. Nah, he just an alter ego, like, so I have to tell people a lot of times, me rapping is like, and I try to put myself in this lane, even though it's not a music lane. You ever watch The Martin Show? Boom, Casanova is Jerome. I'm Martin. I control all of these narratives, you know what I'm saying? And I got multiple people inside of me, you know what I'm saying? You got Dragonfly Jones, you got Roscoe, you got Shanae, you got Martin's mama, you know, you just got all of these other people and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, that I can play. Or it's just like Eddie Murphy on Nutty Professor, Eddie Murphy on Coming to America, you know what I'm saying? I got all of these characters, but I control every narrative. So yeah.
Now, who is the influence behind your alter ego, Keemy Casanova?
I'm gonna say this first of all. If y'all want me to keep doing Keemy Casanova, y'all better listen to my other shit when I drop it. So straight up, if you don't listen to my other music, I ain't gonna drop no more of this pimp shit. I'm gonna buck on it. But now, some of my influences, man, Big Crit, 3 Stacks, Snoop. You just kind of like looking at it. This guy named LB, he influenced me one day. I'm online and just looking at it and saw his freestyle. I'm like, this old nigga he really sliding on this motherfucker, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then like where I grew up at, you know what I'm saying? My granddaddy, he used to have like long fingernails and stuff like that. And somebody was just telling me they thought that was so, they ain't say like it was player, but they just was like, they think it's unique that I keep some of my fingernails like this, you know what I'm saying? And just keeping them clean is a thing too. Like, I hate for my nails to be dirty, you know. But yeah, it was just stuff like that that kind of helped influence it. Yeah.
Now, when I was listening to the actual song, Keemy Casanova, I was like captivated with the lyrics because it was so smooth.
Talk to me.
And I'm like, nah, this man is dangerous because he know how to talk to women. So like, give me an example using your Keemy Casanova alter ego of how you would woo a woman.
I get, well, shit. I normally just say one word. Baby. And they just be like, okay, whatever you want. Whatever you want, my lord.
So
you ever seen what that is, Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Whatever you want, my lord.
So that's the one word you say, all you say is baby. You gotta give us a line.
Baby. See how you got quiet? You like, hold on, this nigga serious. But I don't just have no lines. I ain't even got no game. Like, I really just be chilling, you know what I'm saying? But if it's ever a time where somebody's, so one line I did use like way back when I walked up on somebody and I was like, excuse me, Google? She like, no, my name ain't Google, why you say that? And I was like, shit, you got everything I'm looking for. And that's it. See? See? No?
You're dangerous.
Cut the camera. It's over.
Oh my God. Now let's get into the actual song, Keemy Casanova.
Right.
We saw the visual trending on Twitter, but I really want to get into the dynamics of the actual lyrics. Starting with you saying that you're eating out of a charcuterie board. A lot of people don't even know what that is.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
You need to explain all of that.
Charcuterie. All right, for all y'all who don't know, and for all my hood babies, if you know what's good, baby, it's one of them little trays you go to Walmart and get, and it got the little grapes and the cheeses, you know what I'm saying, the strawberry, might have some little sliced apples and shit like that. But to be more complex about it, it normally comes on a wooden board or a tray, and it's like, some people consider it hors d'oeuvres because, you know, you got the olives, you got the meat selection from the salami, the ham, the turkey, you got the, you got like a wide array of cheeses. You may have like little pickles, I would say gherkins, you know what I'm saying? There's just a lot of other stuff on it. So that's what a charcuterie board is. Yeah.
Wow. And you're putting juice in your fro.
In my fro.
And you're seducing a hoe.
The same time. Exactly.
And I also noticed with this song, it has no hook.
Nah.
Like you stated, it was supposed to be like a freestyle.
Just a freestyle. I was just playing, literally. And then, like, once it took off, I'm like, oh, shit. They really like people who say what they want to say. I think people like it because it's like, one thing about that did influence the alter ego, too. So I said a lot of things that I wouldn't say regularly. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I wouldn't tell a dude, like, if I break a nail on your ass, I'm going to be hot. Like, I'm going to be furious. Nigga be like, what? But a pimp would say, like, because if I break one of these motherfuckers, I'm going to really be mad, like, on some shit, you know? So I think it's just the thing that I was able to say what I wanted to say, and I knew I could get away with it. Even if it was, like, far-fetched. People would be like, oh, shit, I get it. You know what I'm saying? And because you're making it look like that, it just makes sense. So, yeah.
Now, when you were recording this, did you know that it will turn out the way it did?
Nope. Me and Air Slim, shout out to Air Slim, me and Slim talk about this every time I go to the studio. I literally was just playing. He was in there, he was recording me. He was like, you a pimp today, ain't it, man? Cause I be at the studio, you know what I'm saying? I sing sometimes and stuff like that. And he was like, God damn, you a pimp today, ain't it? You know, all right, okay, I feel it. And I'm just like, yeah, you know. And literally like, shit, it wasn't even like a week, 2 weeks later. You know what I'm saying? I'm on Facebook and then went viral. And I'm just like, shit, it's crazy. So, I didn't know that at all.
Now, what was the creative process behind the visual? Because it was very simple, but yet aesthetically pleasing.
Simple, exactly what it was, simple. A brown backdrop, a chair, a switchblade. This is like, I'm giving you like the, I'm giving you like the, what it was, the materials for like a science project. You know how you had to list your materials on the board too? Brown backdrop, fingernail file, razor blade, charcuterie. You can have liquor, but so we had ran out of liquor. And the bottle of Crown that's sitting on the table is actually water and Worcestershire sauce, for sure. And so I put that shit in the cup too, because people ain't gonna know. And it's about being creative about it. So I'm gonna say, I will say liquor, but I'm gonna say water and Worcestershire sauce. And shit, you just need a baddie with a fatty. Shout out to It's Danny Drew.
If you could do a remix to that song, who would you put on there? And I feel like I already know who you're gonna say.
Come on, tell me who you think I'm gonna say.
You gonna say Smino?
Smino? Nah, but that would be tough. I ain't gonna lie, that'd be tough as hell. And you know what's crazy? Me and bro started saying like the same word around the same time because I was listening to some of my old music. And I had to go back and check myself to make sure I ain't biting on nobody's shit. And I got songs where I'm actually like, baby. And then I listen to his shit because he say that a lot in his music. But I actually got the shit from Martin. It was a character that kind of tried to like woo Gina and Pam one time. He was a pimp, not Jerome, but it was like a, what that nigga said? He was like, he just kept saying that shit. The shit was so smooth. I'm like, he really finna fuck around and, you know what I'm saying? But he stole Gina. But he was just, baby. And I was like, man, that shit's so smooth. So I'm just like, if I was a pimp, I damn sure would say that. And that's what I say now. So. And
you stated earlier that we better get your new shit.
Oh, for sure that.
So tell us about the new shit.
All right, we're gonna be talking all night. Y'all got some more battery on them cameras?
I think so.
All right, baby. You don't think, you need to know, baby. I'm gonna put on a show, baby. But nah, so something I already got out rolling, a project with 13 songs on it. Then it took my whole life to do it. Like for real. And that's with anything I'm doing. It takes so fucking long because I put so much thought into it. Being strategic about it. I had some of the songs on my phone for like 4 years that ended up making it on there. And it didn't drop until like 2019, at the top of 2019. But when all this shit started happening, I re-released it like in 2020. So yeah, rolling is like my alma mater. It's kind of like what I live by. Just a nice, great collection of songs, and they kind of define me as a person. Even on there, I talk about sometimes, in some of my songs, I talk about being like a pimp in the night, or I'm a pimp type nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? And it just, you know, that going over into like Keemy Casanova and stuff like that. 'Cause I got a song called what, like, and I was like, damn. I got your girl, like I got somebody at the crib shining knob on her shin bones. And it's just like, I said I only want the jazzy hoes. I'm gonna bust a cashew in her mouth and then go almonds when she lick on my pistachios. Just shit like that, just to be like slick about it. And yeah, thinking I'm a pimp and shit, so.
Do you have another single that you're gonna drop on us soon?
Yeah, I do got another single that I'm gonna drop.
You can't give us details, huh?
Yeah, you want details?
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be called. You ever seen Pootie Tang when he got in the booth and made that song? This new single coming out is entitled. So go get that, streaming on all platforms.
Oh
yeah.
Lord.
Nah, it's gonna be a Keemy Casanova single though. So it's gonna be kind of like that, you know. It's gonna be good. Yeah, y'all might get a video with it. You might not.
We need a video.
Nah.
Lord.
Nah, bullshit.
And I did also see that you were doing you're doing a battle rap or something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
In your car. What is that?
That boy dangerous. He dangerous. That's Hoodie King. But I changed his name, so he's no longer Hoodie King. His new name is Boy in the Hood. So yeah, I don't even like to fool with him, brother. He's too crazy. I kick it with Casanova all the time, but bruh, he just wanna tear shit up, wreck shit, go in your mama's house, snatch a wig off, kick your sister in the head, shoot the house up, and all that type of stuff. So I just had to leave him alone. You know how you got to separate yourself from some people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I still wish him the best. Yeah.
Now, before we wrap up, what would you say are some of your goals as an artist for this new year?
Wrap up. We just got started.
Oh, Lord.
You really want to end right now? Look me in my eyes.
I think we over like.
No, look me in my eyes. You really want to end this?
Oh, Lord.
Okay. Yeah.
I think I don't know. I just got a brain.
No, I'm just bullshitting. I remember what was said earlier. You ready?
Yes.
All right, bet. $10, right?
Damn, yeah.
Oh, I'm finna drive this motherfucker to next year. I'm finna drive to next year. Nah, what you finna say though?
What would you say your goals as an artist? What are your goals this year as an artist?
To be the greatest. For sure. Nah, just be, shit. I guess my goal was to just kind of like be better than everybody in my state at first. I ain't gotta just say it. I don't really care about being the best in no state or just being the best in like my city. I really just care about being the best everywhere and for like ever. Yeah.
You got it, so you will be.
I appreciate that. Yeah. I don't even think about like, oh yeah, I'm the hardest nigga out of my city. I'm the hardest nigga. I'm holding it down for Mississippi. I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but whatever.
Yeah.
Y'all can have that shit. Y'all can fight over who the best is. I'm finna be. Wait, say we're gonna be big.
Period.
We're gonna be big, man.
Now, what advice would you give to any creative who is trying to find their purpose?
So I'm gonna say this because a lot of people don't know. You gotta know when you got it and when you don't got it. It's like a je ne sais quoi. If you have it or you don't, and when you do, you do. Like, know when you got it and keep people around you who gonna be honest about it. I have people sending me beats, sending me music all the time. And one thing I do tell people, if I like it, I'm gonna say something. Or you're gonna know if I like it. But if I don't, I'm gonna, oh, that's cool. Cause I don't wanna like shoot you down. But at the same time, I don't wanna hype you up and have you thinking like it's bigger than what it is. And I done let people hear some stuff and I'm like, how this sound? And I'm knowing it's trash. Hey, oh, this good, this best thing I ever heard. I'm like, come on, dog. Don't do me like that. Like, be honest. Tell me if it's trash. Tell me if you don't like it. You know what I'm saying? So I would say, like, be honest with yourself. It starts with you. If you know it's trash or if you know it's just not up to par, don't do it. Don't hurt yourself like that. Because people ain't gonna have no mercy on you. Like, the public, like I said, it's always a love-hate type of thing. They're not gonna have no mercy, though. If it's garbage, just acknowledge it's garbage and keep it moving. And just try to do better. But if you know your shit is good, keep working at it. It's not gonna be like a overnight type of thing. Like, I still struggle with, like, writing, trying to promote and, you know what I'm saying, finding my audience. And even though it seems like I got it figured out, I just really don't, you know what I'm saying? Because every artist could tell you, I didn't know this song. A lot of artists tell you, I didn't know that song was gonna be the one, or that wasn't one of my favorites. If you ask an artist, what's your favorite song that you ever made? It'd be completely different from like they hit song. You know what I'm saying? So my favorite song, I would hope it would be everybody else's favorite. And that would be the song that I would say, this is gonna go. I got a feeling, but it's not always like that. You know what I'm saying? I would tell people just don't get discouraged. And even when you do shit, you just gotta know how to motivate and pick yourself up. Cause you're gonna talk to a lot of people who not doing music or who not as good as you, or some people who are better than you just don't understand your struggle. I talked to a lot of people, they just didn't understand what I was going through. You know what I'm saying? Spend your money, spend your time, and spend your efforts on what you're doing. Eliminate everything else. Don't try to focus on multiple things at once. Work your job because you gotta pay the bills, but exert every pinch of your energy to what you wanna do and what you love to do. And that's what I had to do. Like, that's why I was like, if I'm gonna be cutting hair every day, I can't do music like I want to. Cause I gotta sit up here in this damn barbershop all fucking day. And so I was like, I gotta dip, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you just gotta figure out what you wanna do, hone in on it, and just perfect your craft.
I love that.
Thank you.
And you can feel free to shout out all of your people, your city.
Oh man, we finna cut up now. We up in this motherfucker now. Hold on, let me open the door. Y'all come outside, man. They in the house. Nah, okay, so hold on, let me see how I'm gonna do this. I got a shout out. I shouted out Winners United. Let me shout my boy Dean out for the lineup. Every time, yup. My barber cut my hair. He put a bald spot on my mustache today. But it's all good. If you can zoom the camera in, you'll see it. But it's a bald spot on my mustache. But this bitch sharp though, ain't it?
It is. I was gonna say
Can you
that.
see the bald spot on here? Once I move my pinky, you gonna see it. Boom, bald spot.
It ain't even that bad.
But you see it.
No.
That nigga cold with them clippers though. I ain't gonna lie. Nah, let me stop bullshitting. Man, look, shout out to Javadri, shout out to Tim, shout out to Brian, shout out to goddamn DJ, Rolo, TL, shout out to Kincaid, shout out to Bozell, Lil Bozell, shout out to goddamn Mama Thelma, shout out to Shell, shout out to goddamn, what's your name again?
Mikala.
Shout out to you, shit, shout out to Lou, Terrell I see you, shout out to Jaleel, shit, who else? Oh, shout out to that boy Franchise, man, shout out to Trill, BBN, 4-time, G-Baby out west, goddamn, shout out to Air Slim, C Gutter, shout out to you. I'm shouting out everybody. Shout out my leasing agent at my apartments. I don't even fuck with y'all like that. I'm just shouting out everybody. Shit, shout out to me. Shout out to God. My dog. And my boy. Shit, Nicole, Dre, shit, Chucky D, Ant. Shout out to everybody, goddammit. If I forgot your name, fight me tomorrow. Shit, I'm tired. Yeah.
All right.
Who you want to shout out?
God.
For
We're gonna
sure.
shout out God.
For sure.
That's my road dog.
That's
right
why
there.
we out here. You talk to God like he your homeboy. You talk
Yep,
to God
you
like
got to.
For sure though. Yeah,
You got
see?
to.
I thought I was the only one that did that.
I just be laid back. All I got is recliners. I wouldn't join the Navy shit. All I got is Rihanna. You jive turkeys is frivolous. I'ma light the